we go into resolutions, I would like to, there's been some question for some time on this council about the resolution that was passed as far as ARPA dollars that were placed in the general fund, and the resolution regarding who has say over those funds and when those funds are supposed to be exhausted. We have received a legal opinion on it, and I would like to make a motion to make this public so that I can read the legal opinion so that we can all be clear. I just made it. Yeah.
There's a mo- The time is now 5 o'clock, and I'm calling this Finance Committee meeting of the Flint City Council to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin.
Present.
Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley.
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns.
Here.
Ms. Mashat.
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer. Mr. Jarrett. We have 6 members present.
We have 6 members present. Reading of disorderly persons city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. Are there any requests for agenda changes or additions? Any requests for agenda changes and additions? Any requests for agenda changes and additions? Hearing none? Yes, go ahead. Not until the end of the agenda, but I will go ahead and move that. I will move that to the after council response. So we could have public comment and council response. I know that one of the attorneys is here, but that's our other one. So we're going to go without objection. We don't have a city attorney here. Do you see anybody coming down the aisle? Okay. All right. So this is the public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the City Council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. Madam Clerk, who is our first public speaker?
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Davina, down to you. Oh, yeah, there, that's better. Like I say, New York, as you see, the Russians is stepping in on our situation in Flint. They don't want the people. Oh, and my name is R.L. Mitchell, and I'm supposed to comment about this situation in Flint, but the young mother about Lawson she's sitting right beside me, and she's really concerned about this Delaware Inn over on Door House. Her son had a broken nose. They beat him, and anyway, like I say, on the way to here to council, I passed by the 5th Avenue. The man reminded me of me. He'd be there every day in this bus stop with a blanket on, with all his bags there. In the houses they built next to the Mexican taco place, whoever, I can't how to announce it. I think I know he's waiting to get into his room. But the same thing happened to me 25 years ago down by the Federal Building. I waited there all night long, and when the morning comes, they arrested me for sitting on private property. Right, that hotel was still right there. It put me in jail for over 2 days and a half, but they wanted me to use the 1 phone call. I didn't call nobody, but they let me out. It was almost happened to be on my birthday too. That's how this city is programmed like that. But like I say, somebody ought to go check this guy out and put him in. He be there every day. I know y'all see him right down there after near. What's that Mexican place you be taking to Madam Burns? Announce it for me. I can't announce it. You know what it? Lafayette. Yeah, Lafayette. I just seen him a few minutes ago. He's a big black man. He just, I guess he's peaceful. He don't want to protest. He been down there for a whole year. And waiting to get into the apartments with brand new. There's about 300 of them up there. Anyway, like I say, I'm a concerned citizen about what's happening in Flint. And they killing kids and killing a dude's only 22 years old, and then y'all act like it ain't nothing. Only people talking about is Too Tall Jones, and when he talk, he just like he don't put no pressure behind his words. But I guess he want to meet him on the 5th up. And here come my lawyer, a new one at that, grinning. Anyway, I can't hardly. They say you better drink some water, sir. You think you're dehydrating. I just left the Mays Center. They gave me chocolate milk instead of water, and they try to make me work out that plant. I refuse to. I can't. Anyway, this is R.L. Mitchell reporting to approve this message. Thank you very much.
Wow. Billboard in the building.
The next speaker is Arthur Woodson.
Good evening. I had to leave the special council meeting, and I saw where the master fee schedule. I had mentioned the master fee schedule back in January, I think, where I told y'all that it was outdated and that they even had flight aviation fees on there. They didn't give y'all any information, but y'all passed it anyway. Did anyone try to make a motion to free up money for the residents on the water and sewer fee? Did y'all ask to take it down $2, $3 to give the residents of the city of Flint a break? I mean, he said that we had money in the sewer fund, and he said we're gonna make some more money in the coming years. Don't y'all think that it was time, after all the Flint water crisis, all the things that we had been through, that give Flint residents a break? It's really important that election is coming up and that the people put someone on city council that knows what's going on before they get on council, because that's when they become a rubber stamp. They become a rubber stamp because they don't know the rules, they don't know the charter, they don't know anything that's going on. Because what's getting ready to happen, June the 1st was the deadline for the drinking revolving loan, the $20 million $30 million that they were trying to get. So you can't put it in now because they passed the deadline. So it's gonna come back up. You're gonna have people on this council who do not know what a drinking revolving loan is. And I'm serious, you're gonna have new people on here that will not know what a drinking revolving loan is. They're not gonna know why they shouldn't even vote for it. It's gonna say $30 million, we need to fix our capital improvement, we need to fix our infrastructure. No, the state broke our infrastructure. The state should be paying for it. Who's ever down at the state who's winning, whoever wins, need to go to the legislators and say, hey, y'all broke our infrastructure. Y'all need to send $20, $30 million to Flint and fix it. The residents should not have to fix our infrastructure, our water mains, where the state broke it. So it's important you put someone on council who knows all these things already. Thank you.
Just a reminder, please silence all cell phones per our council rules. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Next public speaker.
The next speaker is Christina Porter. for the cell phone, y'all. Okay. I'm standing here today because the chief of police forced me to. He left me with no other choice. For 5 weeks, I have sat on my kitchen table staring at an empty chair. For 5 weeks, I have dialed your number, left messages with your administrative assistants, and walked on the steps of your precinct. Every single time, I have been met with the exact same thing: a closed door, a wall of silence, and a rehearsed statement from your public relations team. You led a, oops, sorry, I can't read my writing. You lead a department sworn to protect and serve, but Chief, who exactly are you serving when you refuse to look me in the eye? Who are you protecting when you hide behind legal jargon and active investigation shields while a grieving mother begs for the truth about her child's death? Let me be entirely clear. My child was not a case file on your desk. They were a life. They had a family, a community, and a future that was violently ripped away from him. When you refuse to speak to me, you aren't just withholding facts, you are sending a message that my child's life didn't matter to your badge. You and your officers are used to delivering the worst news imaginable to families like mine. You preach about transparency and community policing when the cameras are rolling, but when the dust settles and it's time to answer the hard questions, your courage evaporates. I don't want your empty condolences. I don't want a press release. I want the truth. I want you to know exactly what happened. I want to know exactly what happened to my child, Logan, the night he died. And I want to know why your department has actively chosen to avoid me instead of helping me find justice. You may think you can sweep me under the rug, but Chief, you may think you can wait out my grief to wear out, but I am a mother who lost her child, and my voice will only grow louder. I am asking you, man to man, or woman to man, human to human, badge, open your door, step out of your office, and tell me the truth. Look at your pain, the pain your department's silence has caused me, and do your job. And I mean, I would like to say this. I had an incident yesterday that I needed the police force to help me with, and I had four squad cars show up, and they backed me 100%. The person was arrested, and that was all taken care of. So I do gravely appreciate the officers out there, and I know they have a job to do. But for the last 5 weeks, 2 times a week, I have gotten in touch with the chief of police. And every newscast I do, all I get is the same pre-opted message. Why can't you talk to me? I asked 5 minutes of your time. So if he's not going to do his job properly, the city council should probably find someone who should. Thank you. The next speaker is Rich Jones.
How y'all doing today? People with addiction lives matter. And for that hotel that this young lady is talking about, that should have been shut down. It's been too many deaths, too many police calls over there for this activity to still be taking place. Before y'all leave office, y'all need to write some resolutions up, because that should not be happening. Y'all need more. It should have been so many detectives applied out there by now, so many arrests made, that the streets would be talking, we ain't going out there doing this no more. We gotta find somewhere else to go. But this been happening for years, and it's sad. Another thing that y'all need to address, because behind every rule there's an exception. And when it's freezing weather outside, and somebody can't make it to a homeless center in time before 8 o'clock, it should be a special room set aside for whoever wants to get out of the cold and stack them up in that room. Y'all need to be proactive. This is the time to be proactive, or we can do what this city been doing for too long, cry. We can wait for something to happen and we can cry about it. I'm tired of crying. And if we're gonna rejuvenate our citizens, we gotta stop crying. We gotta give them a reason to smile. We gotta give them a reason to support y'all. And that's another thing. Y'all gotta come out in the community and stand with the community when the community is standing up against something that has been done to them. Y'all left us alone with Ray Vaughn. Left us alone. The Vondrese Davis, that's just gone. Just gone. We got to stop that. Thank you.
The next speaker is Sarah Houston.
Sarah Houston, 6th Ward. It's been a while since I've been here, and yet and still, no progress, no process, no nothing. I would like to hear from somebody, please, in public comment, if it's through you to Davina, what is going on? If you don't want to bring an in-person person, listen, call the city of Detroit. They provide interpreters remotely on their Zoom. You can open up your pool of interpreters. Do something, because you ain't doing nothing, which shows you don't give a you-know-what about the deaf community. I've said that before. I'll say it again. Actions speak louder than words. I said the same thing to the mayor. This is getting ridiculous. The school is here. The highest population of deaf people are here, and you're doing nothing. Yesterday, I was fortunate to attend a meeting in the city of Detroit where they called all the deaf people, well, they put out a flyer and invited all the deaf people to come to one place to voice their concerns. They give a damn, and they're showing that they care. Y'all don't do nothing, nothing. I've been coming out here for months and months and months, and it's the same still. Oh, we waiting for this, we waiting for that. There are things that can be done. There's things that already are being done. Make the phone calls necessary. Handle your business. You can spend $59,000 per vehicle for a car for the city, but we can't spend $30,000 for a year of access to the deaf community that you are supposed to be serving. I'm just sick of the excuses. There's no reason. It's a simple phone call, but you don't want to do that. That's a simple fix to show people that you care. You want to worry about who's coming. Well, they're not coming because they don't feel welcome. I'm constantly doing this. I care. It's not for me. I eat every day. That's why I'm not here. I haven't been here the last month. I've been working. When I get time off, I come in. This is not about Sarah. I don't want a contract. I don't want the job. I want access for my people. Thank you very much for your time.
The final speaker for this meeting is Beverly Biggs Levy.
My name is Beverly Biggs Levy. I'm running for the 3rd Ward City Council seat. It's sad that you're trying to bring something here to Flint. You done poisoned us with the water. We've been 11 years without anything about our water. You pay us $1,000. That's like $90 a year is an insult. But then you want to bring a data center here.
No more access to drinkable water? Then why are they putting it in good communities to ruin those communities? Why not places like Flint, Michigan? That's foul. Really just
RL. We don't hear
You
anything.
can't hear it?
No. No, we can't hear it.
Okay. Okay.
If the whole thing about these data centers is that it's going to use up all going to
You
die
still
because
can't hear it?
there's no more access to drinkable water, then why are they putting
It's
it in
not
good
working.
communities to ruin those communities?
It's not working. But we're talking about the data center that you want to bring to Flint. And bringing it to Flint is an insult. You want to put it in the 3rd Ward. And if you guys bid on this, it's going to be a disgrace. Because it seems like to me that they're trying to do like they did with Ashley Capital. They put a little money in your pocket, and then you bid on what they want you to bid on. Y'all bidded on $72 billion embankment for the Buick City, and we haven't got anything. 1st Ward, don't bid on this, but I know you will because you need the money. That's the type of person you is. Liddell got trick-or-treat candy from Ashley Capital. Quincy got a ride lawnmower. Miss Thang over here, Priestley, got her kitchen remodeled. Do not bring this to our city. Do not bid on it. Candace, they messed you around because they didn't give you your $300,000 because Quincy would bid on it. He was the 5th vote. You guys need to stop trying to fatten y'all pockets and be concerned about the people. The people, we care, but you guys don't care about us. Leon, a young lady, told me yesterday she bidded for you, and her porch is about to cave in. And she ain't seen you since you got in council in the 1st Ward. You have a blessed day.
That was the last speaker.
Thank you. It is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all public speakers have spoken. An individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who'd like to respond?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Thank you. In regards to the travel in, it needs to be a nuisance, and that does take a while. It's the same, even before I was elected, I worked with the community with Cheers Market. Christina, give me a call, and every time someone calls, it has to be reported. Also, Ms. Houston, we did pass it. The money was passed. We cannot direct any staff to do anything. We don't have that ability. And I know they're working with, I believe, Granicus to get it done, and they gave a presentation. Am I correct, Madam Clerk?
There are 2 different things going on. The funds that you all moved for the in-person sign language interpreter was a different pot of money. They were both amendments were made on the same day, and that is a process. So that money was moved, and right now the organizations will have to fill out vendor information, and then they can be hired.
Make sure the clock is still running, please.
Okay, Madam Clerk, since they want to be specific, that's fine. Sarah, we'll get an update because this is important to me, but they're worried about the time. Now, I do want to talk about this. According to, I received a letter, Kirk, Huth, and Lang embattlement, and it says this is another lawsuit and PFAS contamination, and I don't think residents know about this. There's a $14 billion payout. And so here's my question. It says, Dear Mayor Neely, I'm writing about a class action matter. The Aquanos Film Foaming Foams products liability we have more than $14 billion for PFAS contamination. Detroit is in this. We get our water from Detroit. Why hasn't this been brought to council? It has a July 1st deadline for a share of $14 billion. I'm not understanding this. If Detroit is in it, why is Flint not in this? I'm not understanding this. And when we get these, there's a pressing deadline for PFAS sampling that must be submitted to the claims administrator by July 1st, 2026. We're already into June. Our residents got a $1,000 check, and everybody didn't get that, and then they got taxed on it. I would like a referral to you, Madam Clerk, to the city attorney. We want this brought before council, please, so we can look at this.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Last chance. Anyone else? Thank you very much. It is now time to go into closed session. Madam Attorney, could you please describe what this closed session is for? Speak into your mic, please. Make sure it's on.
Through the chair, the law department is asking to go into closed session for 2 items, which I would request that you all vote separately for. The first one is to talk about the contract negotiation ratification for lieutenants and captains for the Flint Police Department. So if we could vote on that one first, and then the second item is for a proposed settlement, and then we would vote on that one. The first one requires 6 votes. The second item requires 5. I'm sorry, vice versa. The first item requires 5 votes, and then the proposed settlement requires 6.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session to discuss the labor contract. No, I didn't make the motion. Are you making the motion? Okay, is there support? Support. All right. This is the vote to go into closed session. Is there any discussion, I guess? Is there any discussion? Hearing none, this is the vote to go into closed session for the labor contract.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Mr. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. We'll follow that right now with the closed session because we can go back to back, correct?
Correct.
All right, to go to discuss the settlement, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
It's been moved by the councilwoman in the 7th ward. Is there support? Supported by the councilman in the first ward. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a correction. In the 8th ward.
I'm sorry, the 8th ward. I put 7 too.
You call the councilwoman.
Councilman in the 8th ward. Well, I'm not going to make it.
I mean, I identify with the 7th ward.
Yeah. Is there any discussion besides the councilman's sex or gender, excuse me? Hearing none, this is the vote to go into closed
Spiraling
session.
faster than,
He said he identifies as the 7th ward.
Oh, okay. This is the vote to go into closed session for settlement.
Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin? Yes. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. We are in closed session at 5:29.
Thank you.
business downtown, but right in the middle of that, where the bank at? Then I took, with 501 restaurant. I mean, you know. Hello, America. This is Ariel Mitchell again speaking. As you can see, the Reverend Jones just mentioned to Tabina Donahue, the city clerk, that he had to go and attend his service, just like Martin Luther King did, him and back in the day. The walk, pursue, true, and defend liberty. That's liberty is the Statue of Liberty, if you don't know, in dummy terms, in Brooklyn, New York, in Trump Front Yard, in Washington, D.C., it's Abraham Lincoln sitting on the throne after he freed the darkies. And it's time for America to defend liberty. Like the UN better get right and step in line, or they will be dealt with along with the rest of the nations. This message comes directly from our leader, Donald Trump, President of the United States. He already told his sons, if you want to dream big. I mean, talking about the king, Reverend King, supposed to have been the President of the United States, not Obama. But now you see what we got to deal with since they got rid of King, and Reverend people can't wait till they get out behind the private secret doors talking about they got to go attend service church, a storefront church at that. A storefront church, and it used to be on Tuesday, now they changed it to Wednesdays. I'm supposed to be in church right now. But if I walk out there in Burton, the doors probably be closed and the people's out in Burton on ask me, what business you got here out here? So the road so long to get to the church. And that's what it's time to take it to the bridge, like Trump did, like the UN, United Nations. Don't respect the own president of the United States, President Trump. Stay tuned, New York. This is R.L. Mitchell from Flint City Hall. Approve this message. Good evening, until they come out of the room. No transparent to be Flintstone, yabba dabba do. As you can see, Reverend Jones walking out with his boots on the ground, like Reverend King did in '68. There he goes, going to the church. Oh my God, on Coldwater Road, next to Clio Road, where that woman won that $1 million check, lotto ticket. Hello. Go ahead.
Keep talking, maybe they'll be trying to hear you.
Go ahead. Wait a minute, sir. It ain't over with. What you got to have me feet for? It's over for me. Oh my God! And you're supposed to be a lawyer. You're supposed to represent us? Really? I represent you. Oh, you represent me? Okay, me. You got a lawsuit? You got a lawsuit?
The time is now 6:35, and I'm calling this meeting of the Finance Committee back to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin?
Present.
Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett? You have 8 members present.
We have 8 members present. It's now time to, for the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion. It's been moved by the councilman in the 8th ward. Is there support? Supported by the councilman in the 1st ward. Are there any separations? Are there any separations? Go ahead.
I'd like to separate the May Center.
Okay, thank you very much. So any other separations? Hearing none. So the consent agenda will consist of one resolution, 260186, La Fontaine of Dexter, new vehicles for the Flint Police Department, fiscal year 26. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no. That will be sent to council. Our one separation is 260192, acceptance for Genesee County Senior Millage Funding, Eric Mays Senior and Community Service Center, fiscal year 2026 budget amendment. I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Motion to approve to send to council.
Is there support? It's been moved by the councilwoman in the 6th ward, supported by the councilman in the 1st ward, to send resolution 260192 to council. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Through you to the city clerk. Madam Clerk, do you have the budget that we received? I didn't see it in our email. I know it was handed to us. Do you happen to have a copy? I know I asked you prior to the meeting.
No, I don't have a copy. When it was given to you, there were only enough copies for the council, but I did ask Mr. Moore for another copy.
I don't know if that wasn't the one. There was another one that was more detailed that we received. I think it was
That's the only one I have in here.
yeah, there was one that was given to us right before the council meeting. Through you to Mr. Moore, I don't know who does this. I don't know if it's Christian. We were given a budget right before, I don't know who it is, whoever handles this, could you come on down? We were given a budget right before which stated the $280,000 that was to be inside the entire budget. And that's what we have been asking for months, which actually had, I think, a third different salary that was in it. Good evening, Christian, thank you. Do you happen to have a copy of that?
There was a conversation, so I didn't hear what you're asking for.
Do you happen to have, we received this not in our email, it was handed to us right before a meeting of a complete budget, which was the total of $280,000, and it had some figures. And when we asked the questions the last time, Mr. Taylor walked away.
Right. I have a copy. I don't have one with me right now.
Okay, could you get a copy to us? Because it wasn't in our email.
Okay. I mean,
it was just handed to us. And I know we did not get to finish asking questions before Mr. Taylor walked off.
okay. You just want to see a copy of that? Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get a copy, and it was actually, I want to say maybe like 3 pages.
Yeah. Yeah. I still have it in my files. I just didn't-
Okay, if
yeah.
you could, if you could get that to us, because I did have some questions because they weren't answered. We weren't unable to complete or finish the discussion.
Okay.
How long would it take you to get that?
And do you want me to get it right now?
First. Well, we're voting on it. So if you can get it to us by Special Affairs
Next week?
next Monday, but I would like it today if you, because I like to read it.
Yeah, I mean, I did by Monday for sure, yeah.
Yeah, if you can get it to the clerk, and if the clerk can, when can you get it to her?
Well, I'll follow the ordinary process. I'll give it to the city administrator and go that way, but I just have to go through my files because I think I'd kind of piece things together to put that
Yeah, I don't know
together.
what, because we did not get a copy. We did get a copy. We didn't get a digital copy of it.
Right.
And when we asked questions, we didn't get very far into getting any answers. And so I don't have that. I usually recycle documents, loose documents, because they normally come in our email, and then we recycle them as we leave. So if you get that to the city clerk, and then I'm gonna make a motion to send this to Special Affairs.
There's a motion on the floor by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward to send resolution 260192 to Special Affairs. Is there support? It's been supported by the councilman in the 8th Ward. This is the vote to send 260192 to Special Affairs.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
No.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 2 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 2 no. That will be sent to Special Affairs. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Been moved by the councilman in the 8th Ward. Is there supported by the councilman in the 1st Ward? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no. We are adjourned at 6:42.
What are we waiting on?
I gave it. Gave it to Leanne.
Dennis, did you get your TA1 and TA2?
Yeah, so, we can postpone this.
father, we,
Okay.
you know, because people's grass. Yeah.
The time now is 6:48, and we'll be starting the legislation committee.
Mr. Alaming?
Present.
Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 7 members present.
7 members present. Now the time is for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of the Flint City Code section 3110. Disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If you persist in disrupting this meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from this meeting. Request for agenda changes. Is there any request for agenda changes? Hearing none, so we'll go to public comments. Members of the public who will wish to address the City Council or its committee must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance of the council chambers for collection of registration. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. Madam Clerk. First speaker.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Good evening, Council. I'm R.L. Mitchell. Comments on the situation of that closed room situation. They're talking about Peapot in Flint. Don't want the public to know Detroit done sued us for $18 billion, not no $1 million, $1 billion, and we don't have no communication that they've been doing that. In July, it's going to be the 31st, and we ain't heard nothing until today. Think we is First Ward. You're talking about those who speak, and that's for the record. But now about this situation over on Jordan Highway about closing this restaurant. I mean, this people's getting killed in Flint, and you ain't doing nothing about it. And talking about just like the beer and wine store on DuPont Street. The dude's nephew got robbed and killed. The Israeli dude, and the others, his cousin on Coldwater Road hired a hitman and coming in, it's killed stabbed every darky man they can see, but they're killing the wrong darkies. Then 9 times out of 10, they ain't getting there. One of the dudes that killed his nephew, robbed, and that's what's going on in Flint. Right now, don't recognize the darky. Like Father's Day coming up, and nobody mentioned nothing about Father's Day, and it ain't went all week. And what they used to do to darkies, hang him upside down and cut his balls off. Only woman to talk straight about that is Miss Priestley. Talking about castrate him and all that junk. A doctor, I'm talking y'all, so like you're concerned about families and stuff. And I just got this, the woman gave me this stick last night. She said, don't throw that away, my mama made it. This reminds me of somebody, a black man getting his balls castrated and talking, vaginas cut off for directing like Trump doing, dealing with this Middle East stuff. The UN gonna jump on our president, and Trump told me, pursue truth and defend liberty. Talking about that Statue of Liberty over there in the waters in Brooklyn, New York. And that's what he's talking about. Trump, one for all and all for one. Trump ain't no joke. Stand with Israel or you gonna get, what they say, fucked up. I mean, you gonna get dealt with. You junkin' heathens, think you is. Think a black man ain't nothing but a pushover. You junkin' stupid junk and all these. Can't talk with the deaf peoples and think Flint ain't nothing but a money pot, and all that junk. And they'll tell her back there, letting that little Christian dude do all the talking because he got deep pocket like my kids and stuff. And all that, taking care of the whole Flint. Stay tuned, America. Mitchell approved this message.
All right, thank you. Next public speaker, please.
Next speaker is Arthur Woodson.
Good evening. Why is the Green Zone still in committee? Every ward, except for Judy Priestley, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Ward. Y'all ward is green. No development dollars, only green dollars. We don't have green dollars anymore. And it shouldn't be green anyway. If they're gonna build apartments, y'all had apartments built in your wards, outside of those 4 wards. Y'all having apartments built. Why can't we have townhomes and apartments built over there? Even though I'm not for townhomes or townhouses or apartments, I'm for houses, affordable houses. But if they're gonna build some apartments, let them build the apartments. The thing that you have to start doing is making sure when they come to build the apartments and they say affordable apartments, make sure that they are using Flint median. Flint median is $26,000. Genesee County median is $53,000. How is that low income for the people here in the city of Flint? How is that affordable rent for the people here in the city of Flint? Been saying this for years now. All these apartments downtown, in these other wards, people in Flint can't afford $1,200, $2,000 for rent. But they're using Flint dollars to build these apartments. How is that? How is it that you're using the residents of Flint money to build apartments, but the people of the city of Flint can't afford it? And nobody's doing anything about it. That's the craziest thing in the world. You all have the opportunity to change North Side and the East Side from green to traditional. All you have to do is just put a motion on the floor. The master plan is a living document. You can change it at any time. It's not difficult. I mean, I don't understand why you're looking at it right now, that you're able to change it. Because you have a resolution with changing the green zone. Why not change the whole thing? Just say we're doing away with all the green zones. That's it. I mean, it's not that difficult. We shouldn't have to come up here and ask every time we want to do something or build a garage or whatever on our empty lot and ask the council for permission to be able to do that. We shouldn't have to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
The next speaker is Christina Porter.
The pain of waking up every day knowing I will never hear his voice, see his smile, or hug him again is a weight I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. What makes this pain even harder is to bear that knowing that Logan's death was entirely preventable. The Travel Inn has been a known hotspot for violence, drugs, and human trafficking for years. The bodies are piling up there. How many mothers have to stand at a podium like this and cry for their children before the city does something? How many families have to be torn apart before you realize that keeping this place open is a sin against the people of Flint? A motel is supposed to be a place to sleep, not a place for our children to die. Okay, I hear people say that shutting it down is complicated or that we have to wait for a legal process. But as a mother, I cannot accept excuses while more lives are at risk. We have gathered thousands of signatures on our petitions, gathering more every day online. The community has spoken. We are demanding that the city declare the Travel Inn a public nuisance and shut the doors permanently, which I'm gonna stop here and say that I do have an email from the assisting prosecuting attorney saying it has been deemed a nuisance property. So it's already a nuisance property. It's been that way for years. Why is it still open? Oh, we have legal this, legal that. That's great. So while you're going through the legal process, let's just watch more children die. Let's just do that, right? So if city leaders truly care about the families of Flint, they will stop exploring options and start taking action. Put the locks on the doors and shut it down. I cannot bring my baby boy back. I cannot erase the nightmare of the past few weeks. But I promise you this, I am not gonna let Logan's death go unheard. I am not I'm not gonna let him be just another statistic. I'm going to fight with everything I have in me to make sure his memory brings a real change to the city. We are going to shut the Travel Inn down, and we are going to make Flint safer for everyone's children. So I do know that there's some progress being made. I'm going to put that out there with the health inspector, city. You know, I do know things are changing, things are going, and I appreciate all your efforts, but it's not happening fast enough. We protested there last week on a Thursday. We pulled up somebody ODing on the side of the hotel. My friends wanted to see where their nephew died, so I took them back there. There was 2 people behind the dumpsters out, 3 behind the building. So that makes a total of 6 people in the first 15 minutes we were there that we had to call the police on. By the time the day was over, there was already 5 sheriffs, 2 foot cops, 2 ambulances, and a fire engine there within the first 20 minutes we were there. Now, did they just do this because we were there? I don't think so. I'm just saying it has been deemed a nuisance property. Do something about it.
Thank you. Next public speaker, please.
Next speaker is Rich Jones. I believe he's not in. Sarah Houston.
Sarah Houston, 6th Ward. Thank you, Councilwoman Tanya, for explaining that had happened. I did get an opportunity to speak with Ms. Davina and just finding out that it needs to be bidded on. So I've contacted my friends that I know have agencies to do that, to get that taken care of. But the issue now lies that that resolution was only for the rest of this fiscal year, and so that's like the next 3 meetings. So we need to make sure that we have something in place for beyond the next 3 meetings so that this can be consistent. And so, yeah, progress, that's what I like to see. So I heard progress, and that makes me happy. And so, yeah, so I'd like to see it past the 3 dates that we've already set for to make sure this can be continued. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Next public speaker, please.
Next speaker is Beverly Biggs Levy.
My name is Beverly Biggs Levy. I'm running for the 3rd Ward City Council seat. This is what I was trying to play the first.
Decided to hit post.
Okay, gotta turn it up.
If the whole thing about these data centers is that it's going to use up all of our water and the community is going to die because it has no more access to drinkable water, then why are they putting it in good communities to ruin those communities? Why not places like Flint, Michigan?
Oh, that's foul. Did this white woman really just say, why not Flint, Michigan? Like Flint is some disposable sacrifice zone? Like the people there don't matter? Like an entire predominantly black community being poisoned for years wasn't already one of the most horrific examples of environmental racism in this country? And this is exactly why other white people need to start calling this shit out every single time we see it immediately. Because what you just said was not concern for communities. What you said was, why not dump more suffering onto people that I see as less valuable? Flint still does.
We still don't have good drinking water. And I know that you guys has it on your menu to bid on this. Do not bid on this. It will be coming in the 3rd Ward, and we're not having it. Our people don't want this. We've been poisoned once. And for 11 years, all we got was $90 a year. That's an insult to our people. I hope you guys don't bid on it. And if you do, and then you got the mayor saying our water is good. I can't believe him. It tastes okay.
I ask a lot of people on the streets, would you drink water from the Flint River? They give me a strange look as to say, are you crazy? And then followed by a big answer of no.
And people have this perception of Flint River water as being this awful source of water. It's not awful, because you can drink it. It can be used for human consumption, for drinking and bathing alike, and this water is safe. How's the water?
Fresh. Our mayor said this water is fresh. Come on, y'all. Make this make sense. Y'all keep falling behind this crooked mayor. I don't know what to tell you. We are going to hell. We're going to try to drink this water. He's saying it's fresh. What water you ever seen was fresh? The water is no good. And if you guys bid on it, all you guys are doing, the 5 foolish are just fattening your pockets. And it's sad to say. Have a blessed day.
All right, thank you. Next public speaker, please.
The final speaker for this meeting is David Peachy.
Yeah, thank you. David Peachy, East Side. The other day there was a fire across the street from my house. A house was on fire. The fire department showed up, 3 fire trucks. The grass is so damn high, they didn't know where the fire hydrant was. They tried to drag hoses, which they did do. They were tripping over this grass because it's a whole lot, big lot. And getting to the fire hydrant was a job in itself. And this is ridiculous. This is the city of Flint that's got all this money for other things. And anyway, the next day, there was a bunch of kids playing in this house. They were playing in there. They were about 14, 15 years old. They said they'd never seen a house that was burned down before. Well, it wasn't burned down, it was smoke damage inside. But the floors were awful bad. I got them out of there. But somebody's going to get killed in that neighborhood eventually because of this stupidity. We got speeders going down that street, and I've confronted her I don't know how many times about getting a speed bump over there. You got them everywhere else, but you can't get them on Woodrow. And don't deny it. And they come down that street doing 40, 50 miles an hour, and these, especially race cars. It just doesn't have to be. But this house across the street has been vacant for 4 or 5 years. I got pictures of the lot 2 doors down from me. It's got all these tires, and I confronted her I don't know how many times. Now with all that rain, you got all these mosquitoes, you got all these bugs flying around. It's a health hazard. And she said, well, they can't clean it up. Why can't they clean it up? You said you blamed it on OSHA at one time, now it's not OSHA. The foundations have been piled up with junk. People drive by their spare tires, they throw it in there and everything. I know it's the east side, but the east side shouldn't have to live like that. You go over there in the 7th Ward, they got more bump pads over there in a few streets than we got on the whole east side. They're painting houses over there across from Central High School. All these houses being painted. Who's paying for that anyway? Huh? It's so disgusting, but when these kids were in that house, usually when there was a fire or something like that, fire department or somebody else come and boarded them all up. They don't even bother doing that. This is just ridiculous. Them kids could have got seriously hurt in there for no reason. That house should have been torn down a long time ago. The apartment house is right next door to it. That burned down 4 years ago, and it still hasn't been touched. You just can't imagine the debris that's been put in it. They're dumping grounds for everybody. All we ever want to do is get a little respect like everybody else gets. That wouldn't happen in any other ward. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That was the end of public comments. Now we'll go to council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all public speakers have spoken. And if individual council person member response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there any council person who would like to speak?
Mr. Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward, you have the floor.
Mr. Peachy, the day I found out about the fire, I requested that that house be boarded.
Can't hear you.
I said the day I heard that the house had burned, I requested that it be boarded. I understand that the owner is in prison and that there's people in and out of that house all the time. Private residents are the hardest ones to get to be closed up. Privately owned residences. If it was city land bank, they would have closed it up, but it's privately owned. I've also requested that house on the corner across the street to be torn down. And I keep telling you that the house where the tires are being put in the basement, that the land bank has said that they cannot get the tires out because they're in a basement. It's not my thing, it's from the land bank. And I wish you would that you would get this understood, that I am working hard to clean that street up.
I don't see it.
I understand that, but I am working, every day I work on that street. All I can do, I don't have the ability to physically go and clean it up myself. All I can do is request from the land bank and the city, and if it's a privately owned, I feel like my hands are tied. If I could get teeth into something for privately owned homes, I would. Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you. Is there any other council person who would like to speak at this time? All right, hearing none, we'll go to the consent agenda. Per the amendment rules governing meetings of the Flint City Council, as adopted by the City Council on Monday, April 22nd, 2024, the chair may request the adoption of consent agenda. After a motion to adopt the consent agenda is made and second, the chair shall ask for separation. Any agenda items on the consent agenda shall be separated at the request of any council member. After any separation, there is no debate on approving the consent agenda. It shall be voted on or adopted without objection. I'll entertain a motion for the consent agenda. So moved by the councilperson in the 7th Ward. Is there any separation? Oh, I'm sorry. You second?
I'll second it, but I want to do complete separation.
Okay, councilperson in the 8th Ward seconded. Now, is there any separation?
Complete separation.
Complete separation. All right, so we'll go to ordinance 260135, Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 50, Zoning Ordinance.
Mr. Chair.
Councilperson in the 8th Ward.
Motion to send to council.
There's been a motion made to send to council. Is there any support? Supported by the councilperson in the 4th Ward. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Councilperson in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
So I had just for full transparency, I had a meeting today with Mr. Slaughter, and we also called the consultant working on our zoning, and the new language is set to go to a public hearing with the Planning Commission on the 23rd. So at this point, we can keep this here until the new one comes, or we can postpone indefinitely. So I will make a motion, if nobody else wants to speak, I'll make a motion to postpone this indefinitely, and the new language will be coming after the public hearing with the Planning Commission.
I'll support that motion.
There's been a motion to leave. You say leave it here?
No, postpone it indefinitely.
Oh, there's been a motion made by the councilperson in the 8th Ward to postpone it indefinitely. Is there, and supported by the councilperson in the 4th Ward. This is the roll call vote to postpone this. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Not in.
Is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
And the vote is 6 yes, 1 no.
Vote is 6 yes, 1 no. This is postpone staying here.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to send the council 260193.
There's been a motion to send 260193 to council. Is there any support?
I'll support that.
Supported by the councilwoman in the 4th Ward. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Councilperson in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
Is there anybody here to speak to this ordinance?
I saw Mr. Harrison.
Mr. Chair.
Madam Clerk.
Yes, Mr. Harris did approach me while you were in closed session, and he had to leave for a prior commitment.
Okay, is there anybody from the administration that can speak to why we're... No? All right. I make a motion to leave this here.
There's been a motion made by the councilman in the 8th Ward to leave this here. Is there any support? Support. Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. This is the roll call.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Excuse me, Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
No.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Vote is 5 yes, 2 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 2 no. That remains here.
Motion to adjourn.
There's been a motion made by the councilperson in the 7th Ward to adjourn. Is there support? Support.
Supported, oh, it was, okay.
Supported by the councilwoman in the 4th Ward. This is a roll call to adjourn. Madam Clerk.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
8 yes, 0 no. We adjourn.
If I leave right now, it'd take me 40 minutes to get there.
Did you adjourn? Oh. You want to use that guy?
Madam Clerk, are you ready? You good? Okay, I'm going to bypass the last 20 seconds and bring this Government Operations Committee to order. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Mr. Alleman?
Present.
Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 8 members present.
We have 8 members present. Redoing of disorderly persons city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest, and violators will be removed from the meetings. Are there any requests for agenda changes? Any requests for agenda changes?
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman in the second ward.
is it possible to move the special order up? Because we have a visitor here from Pittsburgh.
What did she say?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Is it possible to move the special order 260188 up before we do resolutions? Because we have a visitor that's been waiting since the finance meeting from Pittsburgh.
There's no time limit on that, so is there a time limit that we want to put?
Yes, he only needs 10 minutes.
Okay. Then I will order that with a 10-minute without objection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also, Mr. Chair, for the other special order 260189, can we postpone that to the next government ops meeting?
Yep, we will postpone 260189 to the next meeting without objection as well. Any other additions or changes to the agenda? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, the first public comment.
First public speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
I'm R.L. Mitchell, speaking on government ops business about this situation in Burton, Michigan. One of our Flint members mentioned about what they done. They asked permission to switch the Flint water to their water department, but they didn't switch the sewer department. And now it got us in a lawsuit. Detroit called us up getting in a lawsuit, and nobody's saying nothing about it. It's business as usual. And nobody's set up there like deers in a headlight and ain't saying nothing. Like Ms. Mashat over there, president of the council board, finna tear down Whittier in Central High School. The bill talking about the Lovers Lane Park and don't know. Anyway, but the business in Flint gotta be transparent. You see that dude ran out of the meeting, and now y'all asking for him. The big white man, he ran over there to me, I ain't taking you, I'm for myself, and ran on out the door. He supposed to be, you was sitting right there. And just like that, the news media is talking about the people, they had bad water in they city, want to put it in Flint town. And when the time the white person talk about Flint, another white person has to speak up for him. That's that racial stuff. If you don't say nothing about it, we ain't nothing but a drunken toilet stool in Flint. Just cause General Motors left all that pea pot over there on that poison land, and you trying to build over putting dirt on it. The whole St. John and all them trucks over there, white trucks. And every time somebody give me a ride home, they said, Mitchell, what's some white trucks? I know you down in City Hall every time. I said, I think they for the milkman, because everybody on St. John used to have them milk carts, put them on their porch. She said, oh, is that what them old houses with them milk box on the... I said, yeah, they believe everything I said, but I remember that. Them milkmans on, and I'd be so hungry and stuff, and they said, you can't just take one off the porch, you got to go to school at Fairview. I took one milk off the porch. They said, that's stealing. You know, but your mama ain't got no money to pay for no milk. You look, right on St. John, right on State Street and Lee Street. I remember them old Iceman is jumping, and we still in the Darky Road. Black man don't know how to handle business. And Rip Rose Stanley was right. We were next door neighbors. He ended up being the mayor, and he was going to fix this whole city up, and he up there at News 10 or 12 come over there and talk about over his house. What I'm going to do with this? He had a little baby in her hand, and nobody want to talk. And then Woodrow said, you don't want me to leave? I'll leave. You don't ask no question. He was taking care of the sick. Hey, Tarzan is curious. Okay, all right, Mr. Prude is missing. Take care of business, Tarzan.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Now I know why my milk keeps disappearing from my porch. Madam Clerk, next speaker, please.
The next speaker is Arthur Woodson.
I hate Judy was leaving. Judy, you should have made a motion. Yours is green too. Y'all should have made a motion to do away with all green zones, man. Why is it so hard for y'all to make a motion in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Ward? If I buy a lot, man, I can't even build a garage on a lot. All I can do is build a garden or a gazebo or something like that. Why y'all won't just make a motion to say, hey, do away with the green zone? I don't understand it, man. I mean, I really don't. But anyway, the data center. Ha! Thought they could ease it in here. Yeah, I got some information from somebody who told me, and I trust their word, they do research. They built 2 data centers the size of a super center Walmart, 2 of them, and only 80 workers. They come in here talking about jobs, 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 because they know in the black community, all they gotta do is say jobs. And we, oh yeah. Skip those jobs. Our electric bill is gonna go up so damn high because it takes all the electricity. How is it that Ashley Capital, Buick City, taking $72 million in taxpayers' dollars to clean up Buick City, but you're gonna bring a data center to come in and contaminate what we're gonna have to pay you to clean up? So now you want our grandkids and our great-grandkids to clean up after that. This right here shouldn't even be an issue after you done only got $1,000 for being poisoned from the water. And then they're gonna say, oh, we'll give y'all $10 million in a community benefits agreement. What's $10 million when you're gonna lose all these lives, man? I mean, what is $10 million? You only got $1,000, man, for property damage from a lawsuit where you carried water every day, where you had to get a filtration system that cost at least $5,000, where you had to pay a water bill that you couldn't even use, and they only gave you $1,000 funky dollars. That's the craziest thing in the world, and we keep on falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I beg of you, this moratorium needs 6 votes. That's a veto, even if the mayor is with it. You need 6 votes. It could be 6 now. If he veto it, it comes back, you vote 6 votes, and it's veto proof, and it goes into effect, the moratorium. Gives you enough time to research too. Thank you very
Madam
much.
Clerk, next speaker.
The next speaker is Christina Porter.
You know, I know you guys so well, now I'm going to start sending you Christmas cards. Okay. So, for years, this motel has been a magnet for danger. We've seen the police reports, the violence, the tragedy that unfolds right in our own backyard. For some, it's just a cheap room or an address they drive past, but for too many families in Genesee County, it's a place of heartbreak. So basically, what else did I want to say here? The motel isn't safe. It's a deadly nuisance. It's become a revolving door for overdoses, crime, and exploitation. When the most vulnerable people in our community, those who are struggling with addiction or looking for a place to get back on their feet, are met with danger, robbery, and worse. The system is failing us and them. The owners of the property have failed to maintain a safe environment, and it has to stop. To the city of Flint, to the police chief, and to our local officials, we appreciate the steps being explored, but we need permanent, decisive action. The people of Flint are demanding that the travel-in has been declared a public nuisance, and now it should be closed down for good. We aren't going away, and we aren't going to be quiet, and this location needs to stop endangering our streets and the life of our children. I do appreciate efforts that have been done so far to people who are helping me and combining to get this done, and I really do appreciate it, but it isn't happening quick enough. People are still dying there. People are still overdosing there. There are still children with no shoes and diapers running around the parking lot there. I just saw it today. So what I'm up here doing is, yes, I do appreciate the efforts being done by this council to help me further this process. Also want to let people know that I finally, after 26 requests and 1,000 signatures, I have a meeting with the mayor tomorrow on the phone. He's going to take time to talk to me on the phone, so that ought to be pretty. But the reason I'm up here for today is for this. I think all of you have gotten these. We will be doing another protest there Friday from 11 to 2. I would appreciate to see your faces. I think the citizens in the community would like to see your faces. I am having hot dogs and peanut butter and jelly, so if y'all hungry, I got you. You know, this has gone on too long, and I am standing here today in front of you to tell you I'm not going away. I am going to be here every meeting, whether it be this or some other topic. Unfortunately, you guys are stuck with me now. Because when this one closes, guess what? I'm going to the next one. It's time someone stands up and holds these managers. Why aren't these managers or owners being charged with anything? That's another thing. Accountability, not just to the community, not just to you guys, but also to these managers and these owners. If something happens in my house, like if I'm selling drugs or whatever, I get charged with it. Why aren't they? That's their house. There needs to be some accountability with management for these hotels too. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Okay, Rich Jones is not in. Sarah Houston, she's not in. Beverly Biggs Levy. Pass. David Peachy, not in. And the last speaker for this meeting is Shaquindra Brown.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good evening to Council. My name is Shaquindra Brown, and I'm a resident of the 7th Ward. I'm here today to support Resolution 260191, which will impose a moratorium on the construction of data centers within the city of Flint. For those of you who are unaware, data centers are large facilities that host computer servers for use for generative AI, data storage, and analysis. Because of that, data centers have a track record of burdening the community with little to no benefit to residents. For example, according to a 2025 study presented by the Environmental Health Project, data centers have a known record of decreasing the quality of the air we breathe by releasing toxic pollutants such as nitrogen oxides, methane, volatile organic compounds, and more into the air, which increases the rate of respiratory diseases and cardiovascular conditions. It also also has an effect on our water, with centers using around 300,000 to up to 5 million gallons of water per day, depending on the size, just to cool down the servers, which will only increase the cost of water bills for the residents in the city. That usage isn't used in a vacuum. The cost of the functionality of data centers is passed down to the residents within the community, rather than the corporations themselves. Utility companies that operate where data centers are located stated that they are considered large load customers, which means that utility rates will increase for all residents in the area. In addition to this, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, in Pennsylvania, the average resident had to pay 37% more for electricity since 2020 due to the high demand required by data centers. It has become more clear that the way data centers are organized currently are a negative for residents living in the area. A data center in the city will force us to pay more for a service that residents would rarely see, take money away from our community, and increase pollutants in our environment. I urge the council to support this resolution to make sure that residents in the city are first priority, rather than the needs of the corporation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, or Madam Clerk, did you say that was the last speaker?
That's correct.
Okay. We are on to council response. Any members of council wish to respond to the public? Any members of council wishing to respond? Seeing no one, then we will move on to the special order 260188, a 10-minute discussion item for service line replacement requested by Council Member Lewis. Council Member Lewis, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If you don't mind, through the chair, to Mr. Chambers, Mr. Mike Chambers from Home Serve USA. He's here to talk about the service line program that they have. I met Mr. Chambers and his colleagues at a conference in Philadelphia when I went and was honored. And so we discussed how the service line program can benefit the residents and also benefit the city. So I'll allow Mr. Chambers the time to talk about that. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the council allowing me a few minutes tonight to tell you a little bit about our program and how it can benefit the residents here. My name is Mike Chambers, and I'm with HomeServe, and we administer the service line program. Through our program, we work with cities and municipalities all across the country to help residents when they have an issue with their external water and sewer lines. We are a strategic partner of the International City Managers Association, and we currently work with about 1,300 communities across the country, around 40 here in the state of Michigan. And the reason these communities and organizations have gotten involved with this program is everybody understands that infrastructure is getting older and older, especially when it comes to these water and sewer lines. And one of the big issues is, well, cities are working to try to maintain the main lines in the street. You have all these lines that connect to that system that really, they don't get any attention until there's an issue with them, and that's the residents' lateral service lines. And a lot of times when the resident has a clogged sewer line or their water line breaks, they don't have the $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 it can cost to dig these lines up and repair them. So that's where our program comes in. First off, we just help to educate residents on what their responsibilities are, give them tips on how they can keep lines, working properly, such as don't put grease down your drains, that sort of thing.